Yo, what's up, guys? Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you guys all had a fantastic time with your friends and family. I know it's a really good time of year just to kind of kick back, be fat and lazy. That's exactly what I did for the past 2 weeks. So I'm finally back and ready to help you guys out with a couple things in Madden 23. So today we're going to talk about blocking the loop blitz out of nickel 3-3. So at the beginning of the year, remember LB Blitz 0, huge play. Everybody used it. It's used differently now. Now, it doesn't have to be linebacker blitz 0. It can really be any of the plays out of nickel 3-3, but it's the same blitz. So I'm going to show you how to pick it up. So let's go ahead and use linebacker blitz 0 for the example, just because all the linebackers are already blitzing. It just kind of makes it easy for us. But then I'll come out and just a play where we send all 5 guys out. So we'll just use slants flat. It doesn't matter what the play is because it's just a pass protection. Now, before I jump into it, just a quick little plug. If you guys need to get better at Madden 23, acemadden.com is going to be your answer. Just become a member. You'll gain access to every single offensive scheme and defensive scheme that we already have up on the site. I believe there's 8 up right now. And if you're a pro member, you get access to all the tips that we don't post on YouTube. So it's going to really elevate your game. Just use code ACE for 15% off at checkout. Now, let's get into the actual tip. So as far as the blitz goes, I'm going to show you the setup, and then we'll talk about how to pick it up. So what we're going to do for the blitz setup is I like to keep the cornerbacks backed off just because against like bunch, or in this case box, if you press and then set up the blitz, which is spread your defensive line, crash them down, spread your linebackers, and then contain, well, you have to move these guys down. What you're going to see is when you do that, there's like this really big cluster of players right here, and it just doesn't really work out well. So I like to back them off, get that slot cornerback back. I don't actually back them off. I just leave them stock. If you back them off, they're giving a little too much cushion. But this guy backed off is going to play better anyways. So it's good to not have them pressed here. So after you do that, we're already set up. You might think that it takes forever to set up, but I'm telling you, there's players that they get it done really quickly, faster than me. And this is how it looks. So let's go ahead and run it. And what you're going to see is, well, it didn't come in that time. But it does come in most of the time. Let me go ahead and do it again and not actually touch anybody this time. Just leave it stock as far as leaving those guys backed off. So right here, we're set up. Most people put their user in a deep blue these days. And, maybe stand like right here. Do it like this. And somebody's going to come in. It's just kind of random. Sometimes it'll be the linebacker. Sometimes it'll be the edge defender. Whatever the case may be, it's a really good blitz. It's a send 5. One's usually going to come free if you don't have labbed up pass protection. So it's something that you need to know how to pick up. So I'm going to give you 2 solutions. They're both kind of just the opposite of each other, but they both do kind of different things. So I'm going to set up the blitz again. Remember, it's just spread your defensive line, crash your defensive line down, and then bring those guys outside. If you use a different play, like a zone play, you're going to have to globally blitz your linebackers. But since we're in linebacker blitz 0, of course, they're already blitzed. Okay, so here's going to be your first pass protection. What we're going to do is block your running back. That's obviously a necessity. There's no way around it. And then you have 2 variations. You can just double team, so LB, and then right stick down, and then move your double team to the edge defender on the running back side, so the left side in this case. Then hit LB or L1 again. Hit A or X, I guess, for PS5. For the ID the mic feature, and you're gonna ID the outside cornerback on the opposite side of the field as the double team. So it's gonna be on the right side in this case. So let's go ahead and take a quick little look and see what happens. You're gonna see that in this case, we got the pass protection where the looping linebacker gets picked up by the running back in like the B gap. And the thing I'll say about this is when you do this kind of protection, and this is how it comes in, you have to be kind of mindful of how you step up in the pocket, because just look, if you step up straight, you could technically run into the running back. You kind of have to go diagonal up into the right in this case. But just remember, if you're letting pressure in through the B gap, you just don't have like the absolute cleanest step up. That's kind of the downside with the pass protection, but it is going to pick it up. Now let's go ahead and set it up again. Move these guys down, and then I'll show you can do the opposite thing. So we're going to go ahead and block the running back again. We're going to double team the defensive end on the opposite side of the running back, and then we're going to ID the outside cornerback on the same side as the running back. So it's going to look like that. just go ahead, snap the ball. And what you're going to see in this case, it's kind of more like a cross block. And the pressure ended up being pretty good there. Do it again. I don't think that's going to happen every single time. I don't think the cross block happens every single time. As you can see, I take a long time to do it. I don't actually use this blitz. I still use nickel over. So, block the running back, ID opposite defensive end. Sorry, double team the defensive end on the opposite side, and then ID the outside cornerback on the same side as the running back. So it looks like that. And then we'll go ahead and snap. Sorry, it's taking me a bit. These two controllers are giving me issues right now. As you can see, it was a cross block again. Now let's do the first thing one more time and look at the difference. So if we look at pass protection here, you're going to see opposite side guy comes into the B gap. Running back cross blocks. One more time for the first setup. And you're going to see the difference. Block your running back. ID the defensive end on the same side. ID the opposite side outside cornerback. As you can see, he just comes into the other B gap. So it kind of just depends. If you just block your running back, I'll show you what happens. Because I think that's important to show you. You're going to see that sometimes it actually just picks up the blitz really fine. But the thing is, it isn't consistent. I'd say it comes in over 50% of the time versus just a blocked running back. And that's what makes it just like not usable. So like right there, like that was better pass protection than both of our labbed up setups. But the fact is, it just doesn't work all the time. So it's not reliable and you just can't use it. So in this case, at least if we know if the linebackers are coming in through the B gap, we can kind of step up accordingly and you can kind of dictate which one comes through. And it just makes it easy for us to step up, because if we do the first setup, then we know we can just step up to the right basically, then vice versa if you do the other setup. So this was kind of a long-winded way of showing you two different pass protections for this blitz, but I think it's important for you guys to have multiple ways of picking stuff up. You can just block your running back if you're quick about it and just kind of pay attention to see, just look at the pass rush real quick and see if one of them is actually going to come in. That's always an option, but I kind of like to have comfort in knowing I'm going to pick up a blitz. So that's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, Happy New Year to all of you. Hope you guys all achieve your goals for the year. But yeah, drop a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more Madden 23 content. I'll see you guys later.